Hello dear student, today we are going to talk about IELTS speaking tips and especially in this lecture we will cover part 1. पार्ट 1 में IELTS का जो पार्ट 1 है उसमें किस तरह के क्वेश्चंस होते हैं, उसमें ज़्यादातर इंटरव्यू टाइप क्वेश्चंस होते हैं. 1-to-1 द एग्जामिनर विल बी आस्किंग यू क्वेश्चन, यू हैव टू स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड आंसर to produce answer for that kind of questions. Yes, normally in this part 1 there are familiar topics होते हैं. उसमें familiar topics का मतलब है कि जो common topics होते हैं जिससे हम रोज़मर्रा की ज़िंदगी में जो topics होते हैं, जिस तरह स्पोर्ट्स है, हॉबीज़ है, accommodations है और इस तरह के बहुत सारे topics familiar topics में आ सकते हैं. तो इसके लिए जो मैं टिप्स आपको आज देना चाहता हूँ वो ये है कि स्पेशली जब आप पार्ट 1 में आंसर प्रोड्यूस करते हो तो उसमें आपको क्या करना चाहिए, क्या नहीं करना चाहिए, what to do it and what to avoid it. This is very necessary, especially some students are very much overconfident when they are answering the questions in part 1. Yes, especially when examiner asking a question, the student is producing too much lengthy answer which is most of the time irrelevant to the question is asked by the examiner. Okay, first of all I want to tell you in part 1 when you want to produce answer for the question of the examiner, you have to be to the point. You have to produce your answer to the point, which means relevant and to the point. You don't have to rule your answer and produce information which is totally irrelevant. You may be thinking that I want to impress the examiner by giving a lengthy answer, and this part you don't have to give a lengthy answer. This is a special tip, you have to remember it. Okay, just be to the point. And the second tip is clear but short. Your answer should be clear, which means carry the informations, yes, which is asked by the examiner in the question, but short, not too much lengthy, because examiner in this part 1 is targeting to ask you 12 to 15 questions, and in this part you have a time of 4 or 5 minutes. You don't have to be too much lengthy, otherwise the examiner will interfere and ask another question which will reduce your overall band. Okay, just flow with the question and produce short answer to the point. And number 3rd is avoid yes and no. Your answer should not be is short is to say only yes or to say only no. For example, the examiner is asking you, do you like to live in island? कि आप एक जजीरे पर, एक आइलैंड पर रहना पसंद करते हो, पसंद करोगे? You says yes. तो इस किस्म के जो आंसर्स हैं ये भी ओवरऑल स्पीकिंग में जो आपके बैंड्स होते हैं वो क्रिटिकली रिड्यूस करेंगे. तो यू डोंट हैव टू से ओनली यस और नो. गिव द आंसर. Yes should be short, is like I says, but to the point, not and only yes and no, which means that I don't have an ability and I don't have a fluency. Yes, which means that I am not coherent to produce answer for that question. So you should to avoid yes and no for that kind of question. Okay, and the next one is number 4, variety answers. Variety का मतलब है मुख्तलिफ किस्म के आंसर आपने प्रोड्यूस करनी है. Yes, you have to start all questions. Yes, all the question is asked by examiner. You have to produce different kind of starting. Yes, suppose sometime you will say definitely I would like to live on island. Of course, I would love to live on island. So of course, definitely are some other kind of words which will be looking very beautiful at the start of the sentences. You have to use that kind of variety in your English. Even the grammatical style, you have to change it. Even the accent and your voice tune and pitch and all those things you have to change time by time, which will impress the examiner and will give you a good band in the speaking part 1 section. Okay, this post tips I shared with you. You have to follow it. Give you an example to clear what I have told you here. I want to clear it with an example. Okay, just watch me. For example, an examiner asks you, do you like to live an island. क्या आप एक जजीरे पर रहना पसंद करते हो? If you have an opportunity to live in on the beach or the seaside, yes, you says, for example, only says yes. It's like I says, this answer is wrong. You don't have to says only in yes or no. Okay? And for example, you produce another answer. Yes, I like to live on island, but I don't have that opportunity. Again, this is the question is okay, but it is irrelevant. It's like it says, yes, I like to live on island, but I don't have that opportunity. मैं तो पसंद करता हूँ कि एक आइलैंड पे मैं रहूँ, लेकिन मेरे पास ये अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है. अपॉर्चुनिटी का उसने पूछा ही नहीं है, तो आप क्यों उस तरह इरेलीवेंट एडिशंस करते हो अपने क्वेश्चन में, अपने आंसर में? तो ये भी इरेलीवेंट क्वेश्चन है. स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम हियर एंड यू हैव टू कट दैट इज irrelevant, not to the point. Okay, suppose you give another answer like he says, definitely I would love to live on island that would be a nice experience. I think that is the right answer. As far as I know, that is the right answer. Since there is variety in the starting is definitely. Yes, which making your English, which making your impression good on the examiner. Definitely, I would love to live on island. That would be a nice experience. Which means if I have an opportunity to live on island, it would give me a nice experience. Yes, which means I will enjoy my life. So you have to be aware and you have to practice a lot in speaking section, part 1, part 2, part 3 with your friends, with your colleagues, with your teacher, to train yourself in the perfect way. Okay, and you don't have to be overconfident. Suppose you are thinking that, oh, I am very good in speaking, but speaking especially is very difficult. You have to talk with the native speaker and there will be a variety of questions, and of course you have to practice a lot. All right, thank you very much.